BingX, a trusted global crypto exchange. Trade spot, futures, or copy top traders easily. Sign up via the link or referral code to get 30 USDT instantly, plus up to 1,500 USDT in bonuses for verification, deposit, and trading.
Donald Trump has commenced an extensive tour across Asia, a journey punctuated by high-stakes diplomatic engagements and the tantalizing prospect of unprecedented meetings. His itinerary, packed with critical trade negotiations and regional security discussions, kicked off Friday night as he departed Washington. This pivotal 5-day excursion will encompass visits to Malaysia, Japan, and South Korea, marking his inaugural foray into the region since assuming office in January. A central focus of the tour is an anticipated, crucial meeting with Chinese leader Xi Jinping, scheduled for the final day of the trip. The objective: to forge an agreement that will bring an end to the protracted and damaging trade war currently engulfing the world's two largest economies. Even as he prepared for these consequential talks, Trump, speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One, expressed optimism for a very good meeting with Xi, signaling an expectation that China will commit to a deal to avert the imposition of further steep tariffs. These additional 100% tariffs were slated to take effect on November 1st, adding a layer of urgency to the upcoming discussions. Adding a significant element of intrigue to his Asia tour, Trump also fueled speculation that, while on the Korean peninsula, he could potentially engage in a historic, first-time meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un since 2019. When questioned by the press about the possibility, Trump responded, "I would, if you want to put out the word. I'm open to it," while aboard the presidential plane. He further alluded to their past interactions, stating, "I had a great relationship with him." The two leaders had previously met on 3 occasions during Trump's initial term in office. Notably, Kim Jong-un has previously indicated a willingness to meet with the U.S. president, contingent upon Washington relinquishing its demand for Pyongyang to dismantle its nuclear arsenal. The possibility of such a high-profile encounter has been further underscored by statements from South Korea. On Friday, the nation's reunification minister suggested there was a considerable chance that Trump and Kim might meet during the U.S. president's stay in South Korea, reinforcing this sentiment. CNN, citing anonymous sources, reported last weekend that U.S. officials had indeed been exploring the feasibility of arranging a meeting during Trump's visit. However, a note of caution was sounded by U.S. officials before the president's departure, who sought to temper the burgeoning speculation by informing reporters that no concrete plans were in place for a meeting with the North Korean leader at that juncture. Images captured Trump boarding Air Force One, a symbol of his departure for this consequential diplomatic mission, emanating from a photograph by Evelyn Hochstein for Reuters. Trump's initial destination is Malaysia, where he is scheduled to arrive on Sunday to participate in the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, summit. Here, he is expected to finalize a trade agreement with Malaysia and preside over the signing of a peace accord between Thailand and Cambodia. The agenda also includes a potential meeting with Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva on the sidelines of the summit, aimed at mending ties after a period of strained relations. Following his stop in Malaysia, Trump's next port of call will be Tokyo. In Japan's capital, he is slated to meet with Sanae Takaichi, who was recently appointed as Japan's first female prime minister. However, the undisputed highlight of the entire trip is anticipated to be South Korea. This leg of the journey will see Trump attend the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, or APEC, summit. It is within this critical regional forum that the highly anticipated meeting with Xi Jinping is expected to take place, marking their first encounter since Xi returned to office. Global financial markets are keenly observing these developments, eager to ascertain if the two leaders can successfully de-escalate the trade war, which was ignited by Trump's imposition of sweeping tariffs earlier this year. Particular attention is being paid to a recent dispute concerning Beijing's restrictions on rare earth exports, which had threatened to derail the summit. Trump had initially voiced threats of canceling the meeting and had announced the introduction of fresh 100% tariffs amidst this particular row, only to later confirm his participation. A potential interim agreement could involve a measured reduction in tariffs, an extension of existing tariff rates, or a commitment from China to increase its purchases of US-produced soybeans and Boeing aircraft. promises that Beijing had previously failed to fully honor in a 2020 deal with Trump. Beyond the realm of trade, the discussions between Trump and Xi are expected to delve into sensitive geopolitical issues, including Taiwan and Russia. Taiwan, a self-governing democracy, remains a focal point of contention, while Russia, a Chinese ally, is currently subject to expanded U.S. sanctions due to its ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Before his departure from the White House on Friday, Trump informed reporters that he anticipated the Taiwan issue would be a prominent topic during his discussions with Xi. Furthermore, Trump indicated his intention to raise the matter of Jimmy Lai's release. Lai, the founder of the now-defunct pro-democracy newspaper Apple Daily, is currently serving a prison sentence in Hong Kong under national security laws imposed by Beijing. "It's on my list, I'm going to ask. We'll see what happens," Trump stated to reporters, adding a note of uncertainty to the outcome. The reporting for this segment draws upon contributions from Reuters and Agence France Presse, reflecting the global nature of this significant diplomatic